Two people walk into the same store with the same $100. Both spend all of it. One of them just got poorer, the other one just got richer. Same store, same money, opposite outcomes. Because wealth isn't only about how much you spend, it's about what the money turns into after you spend it. Some purchases dissolve, some purchases multiply. After studying what actual wealthy people consistently avoid buying, not celebrities, but the quiet millionaires next door, 7 purchases show up on the broke side of the ledger over and over and over. Today, you get all 7. The 10-year math on the worst of them, the marketing machinery engineered to sell them to you, and a 2-question checklist that filters almost all of them out of your life automatically. Number 5 is the one nobody wants to hear. Let's count them down. Number 1, brand new cars, and more specifically, the monthly payment lifestyle attached to them. A new car sheds around 20% of its value in year 1 and roughly half within 5 years. It is the largest guaranteed loss purchase most people ever make, and they repeat it every few years on borrowed money. Here's what the wealthy figured out. Let someone else eat the depreciation. Buy the same car 3 years old, ideally in cash, and drive it for a decade. Studies of actual millionaires consistently find them driving ordinary used vehicles, Toyotas, Hondas, boring pickups. The status version of you wants the new car smell. The wealthy version of you knows that smell costs about $10,000 a sniff. Before we leave cars, stay with me for 60 seconds of math, because this is the single most expensive habit on the list, and almost nobody runs the numbers. The average new car payment in America has been sitting around $700 a month. Most people treat that as a permanent utility bill. One car ends, the next begins, forever. Now run the alternative. Drive a paid-off, reliable used car and invest that same $700 a month instead. At historical average market returns, 10 years of car payments becomes roughly $140,000. 20 years, it's north of $500,000. That's not a typo. The ordinary American car habit, redirected, is a self-made retirement fund. And here's the punchline that should sting. After 10 years, the person who financed new cars the whole time is also driving a used car, because that's what a new car becomes. Same destination. One of them paid $140,000 for the detour. The payment isn't buying transportation. Transportation costs a fraction of it. The payment is buying the feeling of newness, the most expensive perfume ever sold. Number 2, lottery tickets, scratch-offs, and their modern cousins, meme coins, zero-day options, one trade a day, gambling apps dressed up as investing. Americans spend on the order of $100 billion a year on lotteries, and the spending is heaviest in the households that can least afford it. The lottery is a tax on hope. The odds of a jackpot are worse than 1 in 290 million. You are dramatically more likely to be struck by lightning while being attacked by a shark. The wealthy make the opposite bet. They put money where the odds are for them. Broad index funds, which have historically returned around 10% a year over the long run. Boring. Deeply. But boring with the odds on your side is literally the entire secret. The rich don't buy hope. They buy math. Number 3, extended warranties, phone insurance, and every protection plan pushed at a checkout counter. Retailers sell these hard for one simple reason. They're enormously profitable. For the store. That should tell you everything about who wins the bet. The math, most electronics either fail early, inside the free manufacturer warranty, or last for years. The expensive middle window the plan covers? Statistically thin. That's why the plan exists. The wealthy approach, self-insure the small stuff. Keep an emergency fund, skip every gadget warranty, and accept that occasionally you'll pay for a repair, which will still cost less than years of buying peace of mind at retail markup. Real insurance is for disasters you can't absorb: health, home, car liability, life. If losing it wouldn't change your life, don't insure it. Number 4, luxury logos bought on credit. The 4-figure bag on a card that isn't paid off. The watch financed in installments. Designer anything where the real product being purchased is other people's opinion. Do the brutal math. A $1,500 bag on a card at 24%, paid off slowly, can genuinely cost you $3,000. You paid double, so strangers might think you're rich, while the purchase itself makes you poorer. It's paying interest to wear a costume. And the punchline we keep running into on this channel: genuinely wealthy people skip the costume. When your net worth is real, you have nothing to signal. The logo you're paying interest on is being manufactured for the exact purpose of separating aspirational money from people who don't have it yet. Number 5, the one nobody wants to hear: upgrades to things that already work. The new phone when yours is 2 years old and fine. The bigger TV, the kitchen refresh that's about boredom, not function. This one stings because it doesn't feel like waste. It feels like progress. But upgrading from a working thing to a slightly better thing is buying a 2% improvement at a 100% price. It's the purest form of burning money for dopamine. And as we covered yesterday, the dopamine is gone in 6 weeks. The wealthy habit is almost comically simple. Run things until they die. Use the phone for 4 years. Drive the car to 200,000 miles. Every year you extract from something you already own is pure profit, invisible income nobody can tax. Number 6, convenience as a default rather than a tool. Delivery apps where the burrito costs 40% more than walking in. Ride shares for trips a bus covers. Subscription boxes automating purchases you never consciously decided to make. Used occasionally, convenience is wonderful. That's what money is for. The trap is when convenience becomes the operating system. Hundreds of dollars a month, every month, purchased one small frictionless tap at a time. Frictionless is the business model. Every dollar of friction they remove comes out of your net worth. The wealthy pay for convenience deliberately, where it buys back meaningful time, and refuse it everywhere else. The broke pay for it reflexively, then wonder where the month's money went. Same apps, different operating system. Before the 7th item, we need to talk about why you buy the first 6, because none of this is an accident, and understanding the machinery is half the defense. Every purchase on this list is backed by engineering. The countdown timer on the deal that resets when you refresh, manufactured urgency. The only 3 left tag, manufactured scarcity. The influencer unboxing, manufactured social proof, which is just the reference group trap from yesterday with a sponsorship disclosure. The buy now, pay later button, engineered to amputate the pain of paying from the pleasure of getting. Entire departments of very smart people are paid very well to move products from the considered category in your brain into the reflex category. I'm not telling you this to make you paranoid. I'm telling you because the standard money advice, just have more discipline, is bringing willpower to an engineering fight. You don't out-discipline a machine. You out-design it. Unsubscribe from marketing emails. Delete stored card details so every purchase requires effort. Unfollow accounts that exist to manufacture wanting, and turn off notifications from every shopping app. Each one of those moves removes a hose the machine had connected to your wallet. Boring? 15 minutes? Worth more than most raises. So here's the filter that replaces discipline: 2 questions and 1 delay, and it catches almost everything on this list automatically. The delay first: anything you didn't plan to buy waits 48 hours, not forever, just 2 days. Screenshot it, close the app, walk away. Here's what you'll discover. The wanting has a half-life. Most impulse desire decays to nothing within 2 days because it was never about the object. It was about the moment the machine caught you. Whatever survives 48 hours might be a real want. Most things don't survive. Then the 2 questions for whatever's left. Question 1, does this purchase point my money toward 0 or toward more? Cars, logos, and gadgets point to 0. They dissolve. Tools, skills, health, and assets point to more. They compound. You're allowed to buy 0-pointing things. Just know which direction you're pointing and keep the ratio honest. Question 2, the one from week 1 that never stops working. Could I buy this twice without wincing? If yes, enjoy it guilt-free. You've earned the comfort. If no, You've just met a purchase that owns you more than you'd own it. 2 questions, 1 delay. No budget app, no spreadsheet, no shame. Just a filter that lets money through to the things that deserve it. And number 7 is a twist, because the most expensive thing broke people buy is nothing. 0 assets. After the car payment, the tickets, the warranties, the logos, the upgrades, and the convenience, there's nothing left to buy the only category that matters, things that pay you. That's the real difference between the 2 shopping carts from the beginning. It was never about spending less for its own sake. Every dollar the wealthy didn't spend on items 1 through 6 had a destination: index funds, retirement accounts, income-producing assets. The avoidance list isn't frugality. It's a supply line. Broke isn't a number. It's a direction. Every purchase points your money toward 0 or toward more. 6 of these purchases point to 0. The 7th is refusing to point anywhere at all. Let's make this forensic, because categories are easy to nod at and easier to ignore. Here's a composite month from a real household earning a decent income. Call them the Parkers, with every line item sorted into tonight's 7 categories. Follow the highlighter. The car, $680 of payment, plus the gap insurance the dealer added. Category 1, and it's the biggest single line on the page. The scratch-offs and the sports betting app deposits, $65 that felt like entertainment. Category 2. The phone insurance and the extended warranty on the new TV, $31 a month. Category 3. The designer sneakers on the Buy Now, Pay Later plan, $42, installment, 3 of 6. Category 4, quietly costing more than the sticker. The new tablet replacing a working tablet, a $90 installment, Category 5. The delivery apps, the ride shares, the 3 streaming services nobody watched this month. The subscription box still arriving after the hobby died, $240, Category 6. Total, $1,148 in one ordinary month. None of it rent, none of it groceries, none of it necessary. And the Parkers would swear, honestly, that they don't really spend on anything. Now the redirect column, suppose just $700 of that $1,100 goes to Category 7 instead, the assets column, every month. At average market returns, that's over $140,000 in a decade, over $500,000 in 20 years. The Parkers aren't underpaid. They're misaimed, and so, statistically, is almost everyone watching this. Run your own autopsy tonight. 1 month of statements, 7 highlighter colors, 30 minutes. The number at the bottom is not a guilt trip. It's the size of the raise you can give yourself without asking anyone's permission. The 7, new cars on payments, and now you know the $140,000 detour they cost. Lottery hope in all its costumes. Junk insurance, status on credit, upgrading working things, reflexive convenience, and the silent killer, buying no assets at all, plus the defense kit, dismantle the machine's hoses, delay everything unplanned by 48 hours, and run the 2 questions. Notice not one of these requires more income to fix. They require noticing. The system that sells you all 7 is counting on you not to, which is exactly why videos like this exist. And speaking of the system, there's one player profiting from your money that we haven't talked about yet. One you already have an account with. Banks make billions from the money just sitting in your checking account in ways most people have never had explained. Tomorrow, I'm pulling back the curtain, including the part of the business model your bank genuinely hopes you never learn. Subscribe. This one changes how you see that smiling app forever.